Talking now some Wisconsin playoff football news, and Coach Diehl from Beloit Turner. You know, Coach, we talked to you in the Pigskin Preview back in August, and when we got done talking with you, we said, wow, I think he means that they're going to be a team to reckon with this year, and surely that's what happened. That's got to be kind of exciting.
It is exciting. You know, I listened to that sound bite as well as we were rolling on later on in the season, and I said, well, I'm glad I was right, because it would have been embarrassing if I wasn't. So,
What's so special about this team, Coach? I mean, you came in there, they've had a losing record, kind of a losing attitude. You come in from a winning program, and in 1 year you're able to turn the program around with basically the same kids.
Yeah, you know, I think Turner's always had good athleticism and speed, and they lack the strength to compete up front, I think, and you know, we had a good off season. The minute I got here last year, at the end of the school year, we started the weight training program, and you know, the kids made huge strides. You know, you wouldn't expect bench presses to go up 90 pounds
Wow.
That quickly, but it really does. If you're not working out, they will. You'll increase dramatically. You know, so they got stronger up front, and I think, you know, a combination of psychologically speaking, telling them that they will be good. They don't have a choice, and they beat off the confidence of the coaching staff. Plus, they're more confident because they're a little stronger now. And you know, I think that really plays into a part. And frankly, I think they were just darn tired of losing. So you take those factors and mix them all up, and the kids are a great bunch of kids. They're great to teach the game of football and the meaning of life with them. And they respond well. These kids right now, if I suited them up and said run through this, you know, brick wall, they wouldn't question it. They'd just do it. So anytime you have kids that receive your message that well, you're going to be successful. At what level? I'm a little surprised myself, just to be honest.
You know, the last two games of the season were kind of exciting for you. You had an overtime game you won, and then a missed two-point conversion by Edgerton late in the ball game. That has to get you really tuned up for the playoffs, doesn't it?
It does. You know, I mean, the game of the cardiac kids, because I tell you, every game at the end, it goes down to the wire, and you just don't know how it's going to end up. But you know what? These kids, they just refuse to lose. They find ways. You know, I always told them at the beginning of the season, too, a good football team will find a way through adversity and find ways to win when something is struggling. And they've done that all year, with an exception of one game. They've really found ways to win. If we are slow moving the ball, the defense will give us short fields, or special teams has been a great asset all year in scoring points or giving us short fields. So total team effort, and yeah, we're real proud of the boys.
You make a long road trip tonight to Columbus, and they lost last week to Lodi in a tournament game. It's kind of probably going to be an angry bunch up there when you get up there, but it's a long road trip too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I came from Williams Bay where we were in the trailways. That the away game was over 2 hours. So
yeah.
For me, it's probably long for the boys and the staff members who were here last year. But for me, it's half the distance to an away game in the trailways. So it is still hour and 15 minutes bus ride. You know, so we're going to leave a little earlier and to make sure we're up there in time, and we don't have to hurry up to get our pregame in. But yeah, we're excited. The weather, we hope it holds out, but we're prepared either way.
Columbus, pretty tough ball club, aren't they, Coach?
They are. You know, looking at the film with Lodi, it's hard to get a read because Lodi is that good this year. I mean, they lost pretty bad to Lodi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we really didn't focus too much on that game. We looked at the Poinet game. That was something that made more sense to us. We wanted to see, you know, what their strengths are when they have an equal or lesser opponent, because frankly, that's what teams are going to rely on, you know, as the game goes on. They're a strong team. They have, you know, they're big. We've played bigger teams all year. You know, they have some skills. They got a 1,000-yard rusher. Mm-hmm. They run the triple option, and their 1,000-yard rusher is the first option guy. It's the fullback. So he's big, strong. They like to feed him the ball, and you know, they make you play assignment football. So we've had a great week of practice. We're ready. You know, we repped out every rep we could. We've worked without the football even for making sure everyone understands their assignments in the triple option on defense, and the kids are ready. We'll have no excuses tonight.
One question I have for you, Juan Reyes, will he be driving the bus tonight? Because he does about everything else for you, Coach.
Yeah, he's got at least 5 miles in the leg up. We penciled him in for 5 miles, and then we'll stop and get someone else in there. But no, just jokingly, no, he's a very talented kid, but he really doesn't. The nice thing is he doesn't overshadow. We got quite a few kids. Nate Loomis was leading the state in touchdown receptions most of the year. Justin Hansen's he's 80 yards away from 1,000 yards rushing the ball. Seth Smith is back and healthy. He missed a few games, and then we kind of put him in spot the last 2 games, putting him in, getting him some reps, trying to get him back into the swing of things without throwing him to the wolves. He's back. He feels good. He looked good all week in practice. We got plenty of kids that can make plays, but Juan is a special talent. There's no question about it, and he's only a sophomore, so he's going to get better. We're excited to what we have in him.
Before I let you go, I know that in the past when I've talked to coaches, they say reporters and guys in the media don't bother me because when they're not talking to me, I'm not winning. It has been a wild week for you, hasn't it?
It has been, but really we've had great coverage all year. We've had most of our games on the radio. The paper's been great covering us. So we really, even when we lost Clinton and Bigfoot, those were 2 losses in 3 weeks. We still had good coverage. It was, it's good. It's a good story. The nice thing about the Trojans this year, it's a feel-good story. It's a complete turnaround. Kids that experience no to little success are now understanding what it takes and the work ethic and the responsibility that comes with success. They're experiencing it firsthand, and the parallels of life and football are run very close, and we're happy that they're getting this lesson early as high school players.
Well, thanks, Coach, for taking some time today. Good luck tonight against Columbus, and we look forward to a Trojan win, and we'll talk to you in the future, okay?
That sounds great. Thanks for your time.
We've been talking to Turner head football coach Derek Diehl for the StatelineSportsHub.com. I'm Dave Schmidt.